Wow. Technical issues, you guys. I was supposed to be here 9 minutes ago. And you know what I did? I went on my wrong YouTube channel and I started the video live there. And then nobody was coming on. And I was like, where is everybody? And then I turned it off and turned it back on, went on the same wrong YouTube channel, started the YouTube video. Nobody was coming on. I was like, what's going on? And then I finally realized I was on the wrong YouTube channel the whole time, where I have like 0 subscribers. And so, of course, nobody came on that channel. So here I am. Sorry, I'm late, but I was doing a whole video on the wrong channel. But all right, we're good. Now there's a bunch of people coming on. That's good. Hey guys, sorry for the technical issues. I'm here now. Let me know where you're watching from. So glad to see you guys and spend some time with you today. We are going to do something super freaking awesome today, and it is a free food cravings workshop. Okay, so I'm going to teach you not only what food cravings are, but how to get rid of them. If you're watching the replay, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I already welcomed you twice on the wrong channel. So I don't know why, but yeah. So if you guys are watching this, I want you to get out. Oh, Fasting Rabbit, hello from Canada. Welcome. Glad to see you. Let me know where you guys are watching from. I want to say hello to you. So I want you guys to get out a piece of paper or a notebook or something in a pen so you can take some notes, because today is going to be pretty awesome. We're going to be learning some really good stuff. I guarantee you don't know a lot of it. All about cravings, what they are, why they're there, and how we can get rid of them. Okay, so all of this information I'm giving you today because we're opening up the Eat to Live family next week. And the Eat to Live family is where we're going to be diving deep into this stuff, right? This is the place. It's a monthly coaching membership. I'm going to be coaching you guys. Hello, Karen from Ohio. Nice to see you. Monthly coaching membership where we're going to be talking all about cravings, food cravings, how to get over them. And what I'm teaching you, I'm taking you guys on a journey in the Eat to Live family from wherever you are right now to a nutritarian or whatever version of that you want to be, loving it for life, comfortable, no drama. You just eat the way you eat, and that's it. That's where I'm taking you, to where I am. Okay. Hey, Misty. So glad to see you, my friend. That's where I want to take you. So I don't know if you guys can see, I've lost 9 pounds already just in the last few weeks. Things are good. I'm, on track. Everything's working pretty well. And oh, hello, Susan from Fairfield, California. So happy to see you. Hello, Misty. Yeah, I know what you meant to say. I know you weren't calling me a hoe. You meant to say hi. That's so funny. She retracted her message there. Hello, Misty. I'm glad to see you, sweetie. It's been a while. So this is the Eat to Live family. I'm taking you on a journey from wherever you are now to Vanessa from Jersey. You lost 9 pounds too. Killer. Nice. Yeah, we're all laughing about that. So I want to take you on this journey of how to get there without drama, how to get there understanding yourself, getting better and better and better, and to the place where you just eat this way. You don't really have any issues. Teresa. There's my girl. Teresa, you were just on the Facebook Live. Guys, I just did this same video on Facebook an hour ago too, like I always do. Teresa, I don't know if you noticed, if you knew this, but I ended up doing this video live on my other YouTube channel, which has like 0 subscribers. And I was doing that for like 10 minutes before I realized what was going on. Then I came over here with my peeps. I'm so glad to see you guys. So we're talking about cravings here. We're talking about it because I'm opening up the Eat to Live family. If you guys are interested or excited about opening or joining the family, let me know in the comments. I know some of you are already really fired up about joining. We were just talking about this on Facebook. And so I want to give you this little introductory lesson today, this workshop about food cravings, because I want you to know exactly what we're going to be doing in the family. So we're going to be doing this type of a lesson, and we're also going to be doing coaching, like hot seat coaching, where we get on with somebody, me and this person's camera. We're going to talk about an issue, work through it. And for example, we had someone on this last call here on Facebook, Allison. She's one of my wonderful subscribers, followers. She's supported me in everything I've ever done. She's been a patron. She joined the Eat to Live Academy. I think she was in the first consistency workshop I ever did. She's also joining the family. And I want to just talk about Allison for a sec. You're going to watch a video about her on Thursday. I have an old coaching call that her and I did back in September of 2019. Or maybe it was June. I can't remember which month. But anyways, 2019. old coaching call from being on Patreon. Allison was going from, like, you'll see what she says in the beginning of the video, like dinner. She was talking about making dinner and how dinner was just such a troublesome thing for her to do all the time. She hated making dinner, trying to figure out what to make dinner every night, blah, blah, blah. It was just such a chore for her. And we did a coaching call about that. And by the end of the call, you'll see the very first clip I put in that call on this video that's going to go live on Thursday on the YouTube channel is her saying, oh, I feel so much lighter. Like dinner doesn't feel like an issue anymore. I'm just going to go downstairs and eat something healthy, right? How would you feel if you could go from feeling like this whole thing is a confusing, complicated mess to I'm just going to do what I need to do? Like, we're just going to eat a healthy dinner, right? That transformation is what I want to give to you in the Eat to Live family. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. I'm going to be teaching you how to do it. And that's what I'm going to do on this call too. I'm going to show you exactly how to do the cravings thing, what they are, and how to get rid of them. So let's jump into that real information. If you're interested in the Eat to Live family already, I pinned it in the other video, in the fake video that I did. But I'm going to pin it here too. So you can go to this link and sign up there just for the wait list. Because it's not open yet. It's going to open on Monday. So sign up for the wait list and we'll give you more information about it when you're ready. So let's jump into the lesson here. I've got a whole presentation on my iPad. Like I said in the other video, I'm going to just put it up here so I can see my notes and then give you guys the information here. So all the stuff that I'm teaching you on this call, Karen says, I really need help with salad dressings. It seems so hard. When I started on this journey, I was 198. Now I'm 168, but I'm getting bored with the options of finding what to eat. Okay, cool. So we're not going to do live coaching today, but this is exactly what we're going to be talking about in the family. Okay. And I will make that salad dressing issue completely go away for you in the family. That's the whole idea of the family, is to change that mindset about what's happening to you. Okay. So anyways, we'll get into that in the family, but let me tell you about cravings today. So the first thing we're going to talk about now, I want you guys to have an actual notebook. And what I would like for you to do is to get an actual notebook that you want to use when you join the family. So start fresh. If you have one laying around your house or whatever, or get a piece of paper and you can transfer these notes back to that notebook later once you get one you really like. Because in the Eat to Live family, I want you to be taking notes. I want you to be like a scholar, like a student of this, figure this out. Go alongside me, stick with me. Teresa and I always say, stick with me and let's figure this thing out for good. I'm going to be holding your hand the whole time. And I want you to have a place where you put all your notes and keep all of your thoughts in there. So if you have one right now, get out a notebook or get out a pen or whatever and take some notes, please. This is going to be some good stuff today. Okay, so what are cravings now? We have to start by talking about the difference between hunger and cravings. So we're going to start with hunger. Now, true hunger is a sensation that you feel in gradual waves in your body. Okay. It's like those nice waves lapping at the shore. It's not like a tsunami, which is what most people think it feels like, right? It's painful and stressful and it won't go away and you have to eat to make it go away and all that. That's not hunger. That's what we call toxic hunger. True hunger is just a nice, calm, pretty easy, comfortable sensation in your body. Kind of comes and goes in waves. It's just like a notification. I like to say it's like, you get a text message on your phone and you see a little one there. If you put your phone down, you don't think about it anymore. You just kind of like, I'm going to go about my day and do what I was doing. It's not like you're walking around, with your phone in your face like this all the time. It's like, hey, notification, notification, notification. It's not like the bell goes off every second for 20 minutes, right? Which is what hunger can feel like to us when we're in toxic hunger. But true hunger is just like a simple notification. It's like, hey, you need to eat today at some point. Like, it'd be really great if you ate, like I need some food or whatever. That's it. And it can go away. You can just tell it to go away. Let me know where you guys are watching from as you're coming in. We got a bunch of people on here already. So this is really fun. Let me know where you're watching from if you haven't already. Say hi. And also, as we're watching, if you learn anything, let me know what you learned in the comments too. I'm going to give you some other prompts in a minute, but let me know if there's anything that is interesting to you here. So true hunger, sensation you feel in gradual waves. It's not tough. Okay. Now, what it feels like is from here to here. It's a few different symptoms, but it is not in your stomach. Okay. It is not a gnawing, growling, upset, angry, feed me kind of stomach. It's not headache. It's not dizziness. It's not irritability. It's not hunger pangs. Misty's from Atlanta. Yeah. It's not that hangry thing. Okay. It's not that at all. Teresa, Hayward, California. You're so close to me. That's great. It's none of that stuff. It is literally just here to here. You kind of, it's like, I want to call it esophageal, but that sounds really ugly. But that's kind of what it is. It's like this whole tube from your mouth down to your kind of your upper chest. That's where you feel hunger, which is really weird if you've never felt it before. Okay. Of course, sounds really strange, right? But like, it's basically your mouth is watering, which is one of the reasons my website is called what it's called, the watering mouth. But your mouth is watering and you feel a desire. And that's the best way I can describe it, which if you don't know what that means, I understand that, because that means you haven't felt it before or you're not aware of it. And if you're feeling more things like hunger pangs or whatever, Misty says, I never felt hungry that way. Yep, exactly. I know, because we're in this, so what we call toxic hunger. I'll explain what that is in just a second. Now, guess what, Misty? You have felt that before when you were a child or when you were a baby, right? Like when you're a child, when you're a toddler, for instance, 1 year old, 2 years old, you do feel this. And that's what hunger feels like to you. You don't get that crazy, angry, irritable, mad because you're hungry kind of a thing when you're so young. You just have a normal notification system. Now it's very easy for a 2-year-old to become hangry if they've been fed French fries and chips and burgers and things like that their whole little tiny life, right? It's possible. But for most of us, when we are still eating this kind of regular foods or whatever, we had that feeling back in the day. And it took a while for us to get so depleted in nutrients and so filled up with junk that it ended up taking a while for us to get to that toxic hunger place. Okay. So that's what actual hunger feels like, which is kind of weird. I do get a little bit of it in my tummy, but not much at all. And it's more like a notification. It's like, it could just go away. Super, super comfortable. And that's what I feel when I feel hunger now. And I've, since my pregnancy, since not eating so much good stuff in pregnancy, I'm back to that place now, lost 9 pounds, feeling real good, super easy. And now I'm just on that path of just, letting the weight loss happen the way it's going to happen. It's totally fine. So that's true hunger. Toxic hunger being what you probably feel now. It's that hunger pang, whatever. And the reason that it comes is because of lack of nutrients, right? Like someone said in the other call really, really nicely, nutrient depletion is one of the reasons. Okay. So when our bodies don't have enough nutrients, they want more. And so they will create these. And as we're sort of detoxing from food we ate at the meal before, may have had a lot of oil, salt, some weird chemicals, whatever, lack of nutrients, lack of fiber. As our body is kind of coming down from that food and physically detoxing, withdrawing from that food, it starts to give you these, you feel sick. You're like, oh, I feel so sick. I need to eat. And you only feel better when you eat, right? Whereas true hunger is like you could go for days. Hunger doesn't matter. You can just, like I said, it's this sort of gradual wave. It's not that big of a deal. Like if you go for many hours, it's going to get stronger and you'll feel it more strongly, but it's still comfortable. You could just drink a glass of water and it would go away, right? Whereas with that hangry kind of a thing, you still have the headache, you still have the irritability, you still have all that kind of stuff going on. Okay. So that's the difference between hunger, true hunger, and toxic hunger. What we're going for, of course, is true hunger, which is getting our body back to its natural state. Now, I want to say all hope is not lost. If you don't feel true hunger, you can. It's just going to take you some time. So for me, for instance, several months. My brother took 5 months. Some people, it can just take a month or whatever, depending. Maybe they aren't that, in the throes of withdrawal. Maybe they eat pretty healthily, kind of a thing. So it can be faster. For me, when I started doing this again after my pregnancy, I really started buckling down about 1 or 2 months ago, and I'm back to true hunger a couple weeks ago, probably already. So it only took a month or two for me to come back to it. So all hope is not lost. You can get back, you can get there any moment. But the issue is it's so hard for us to string together enough meals of healthy eating, which is months of healthy eating, to kind of get to the place where we can get to true hunger, to where our body can clear out all that stuff and finally get there. And so that's what I want to teach you, is the mindset stuff about how to get your mind wrapped around eating enough of that stuff to get you to that sort of detoxed place where you're feeling better, no more withdrawal, whatever. So for me, like the way it worked was I started eating this way, and eating the food got me part of the way there. And then I needed the mindset to get me the rest of the way there. So that's what I want to teach you. That's what we're going to be learning in the Eat to Live family. Okay. So now let's talk about the difference between hunger and craving, because we know what hunger is now, but what is craving actually? So write this down. Craving is the desire for a specific food or type of food. Okay. Desire for a specific food or type of food. So I want you guys to let me know in the comments, what do you crave? What is like for me, my cravings used to always come in around 3 to 5 p.m. and it was always something sweet. Like I wanted cookies or whatever. What do you crave? And what time of the day do you usually crave it? Let me know in the comments, and I'll read off some of those once you guys respond. What do you, Susan, chocolate. That's true. It's so funny you say that, because I actually forgot about the whole chocolate thing. Isn't that funny? Chocolate used to be my jam. I mean, I was obsessed, and I forgot about chocolate. Like, and Susan says anytime. That's so cool, right? Like, just to know that about yourself, know that that's your thing. Who else? Who else has sweets in the afternoon or salty stuff? For sure, one or the other, right? Like, kind of depends on your mood, whatever, or what you've eaten for lunch. Did you have something sweet? Maybe you want something salty afterwards. Yeah. Karen, French fries around 4 p.m. Yeah, for sure. There's that salty thing. You want to just have lots of calories right away, whatever. Let me know what else. You guys chime in here and let me know what other things you crave and about what time of the day you crave them. So clearly those are cravings, right? Because it's a very specific food. Now, you know it's a craving because if I told you, okay, go to your fridge, get 4 large carrots and eat those carrots instead of whatever food it is, you'd be like, nah, thanks. That's not going to do it. I'd rather not eat, because only the chocolate's going to do it, or only the French fries are going to do it, right? That's how you know it's a craving, because it's for a specific food. So it's always, okay, so Jay now says a snack before bed. Yep, for sure. Just something before bed, whatever that comfort is for you, have some kind of a snack. You know that it's a craving because it's a specific thing. Teresa says sweets when you're home, weekends after work. Yep, maybe to relax, that kind of a thing. You get done with your day. For me, it was always during work when I worked at, I used to work in this office, and I remember right after lunch around 2 or 3 p.m., I would always crave sweets, and we had a Whole Foods within walking distance. So every time at lunch, I would go and I'd have a fairly healthy lunch brought with me. Back in the day, I was eating fish and stuff like that. So I would have some healthy stuff, but I would always crave sweets afterwards. So I would have walked to Whole Foods and I would get these massive cookies they had at the bakery, chocolate chip cookies. I would eat one of those every single day after lunch, or 2, 3 p.m. when I started to get bored, right? I didn't realize until much later that one of those cookies had 450 calories in it. And I was like, oh, wow. But it was just this habitual thing I had, right? Denise says chips and salsa. Yep. So that's your thing. Okay. So it's a craving if a pile of veggies isn't going to do it for you. Okay. All right. So now we know what a craving is. We know what hunger is. Other thing I want you to know, because we're going to talk about this in a minute, is what an emotion or a feeling is. So it's interchangeable. Emotions, feelings, same things. They are, now write this down. They are vibrations or sensations felt in your body, which are caused by your thoughts. Okay. Now, caused by your thoughts might be a part you don't know yet. I talk about this a lot, but maybe you didn't hear this message yet. Your thoughts create your feelings. Okay. Now, you might be in disbelief, or you might have heard something else from someone else, but nope, this is true. Thoughts create feelings. And what I want you to do is over the next couple of days, start to look at this. And I'm going to give you some more examples of how this works in just a minute. But I want you to start to look at what thoughts you have around your feelings. So if you're feeling stressed or anxious or happy or sad or whatever, what thoughts are you having at the same time? I'll show you how this works in just a minute. Okay. So that's emotions and feelings. We're going to need to know that in just a second. So you've got these definitions of hunger, true hunger and toxic hunger, cravings, and emotions and feelings. Okay, so now let's talk about the 4 types of cravings. And this one is really fun just to kind of characterize them and see what we have, because I know you have all of them. And some of them are going to be way more familiar to you than others. And I want to just point out real quick, the reason we're going through this lesson right now is because I'm opening up the Eat to Live family on Monday. This is the type of lesson we're going to be learning in the family. We're going to be learning this kind of stuff all about ourselves so we're more aware. And then I'm going to teach you exactly how to coach yourself, and I'm going to coach you out of these patterns, right? So you've all given me good patterns: sweets in the afternoon, chocolate anytime, French fries around 4, snack before bed, sweets when you get home, chips and salsa. Denise, I'm sure there's a time where you crave that the most. I'm going to teach you how to stop craving, and I'm going to teach you how to deal with the cravings while you have them. I'm going to teach you how to stop them for good. This is the kind of deep dive stuff we're going to go into personally for each of you. You can get coaching with me in this group on camera, hot seat style, where you can come on the camera with me. Other people can watch you being coached and learning from your coaching. And if you watch other people get coached, it's going to totally create this depth to your journey that you've never even knew was possible. And it's going to be super affordable on a monthly basis. Okay. The price that I'm opening it at for the first time ever on Monday for just a few days, this price is going to be the best price, super affordable, like a gym membership, less than a lot of gyms out there. Gym membership, super affordable, and it will never be available again. So make sure you sign up now on Monday when we open it, okay? If you're interested in this type of coaching, you're interested in the things I'm saying, at least just sign up for the wait list so you can learn more about it, see if it's interesting to you. Just do it. Try a month, try a couple months, give yourself like 6 months. I'm just going to try this for 6 months, see if it works or not. I'm going to work this into my budget. And if it doesn't work, that's fine. I'm not going to, hold you hostage. It's a month-to-month thing. But I'd love to see you in there just trying and seeing if this works out for you. So sign up on the wait list, which is info.thewateringmouth.com/family waitlist. Just sign up there and we'll let you know when it opens, okay? So that's the Eat to Live family opening up on Monday. Now let's go to the 4 types of cravings. This is where I want you to write this down because this is fun, okay? And I know that you guys are going to be able to relate to this. So the number 1 type of craving that we have is the deserving craving, okay? Now I know you've felt this before where you have thoughts in your head like, oh, I had a hard day. I've been really good. I deserve this, right? Like they can eat that way. I should be able to too. Why can't they eat that way? Well, I'm going to eat this way too, right? You have this like craving that sort of like makes you feel like you deserve that, right? Then the second type of craving is the whispering craving, where it's kind of subtle, kind of quiet, but really sneaky. And it's like, oh, you can have just a little bit. It's like that little angel on the little devil on your shoulder was like, just a bite, right? It's not going to hurt. It's no big deal. You can have just a little bit. You'll go back to your diet tomorrow. It'll be fine. You can lose weight tomorrow. You're not going to have this pizza again for a while. So you might as well just have one little piece, right? It's just a whisper, kind of quiet. Like, don't worry. It's totally fine. You just have a little bit, right? Now, the third type of craving is the demanding craving. This is the most like my daughter, my 3-year-old daughter ever, who I actually hear crying downstairs right now, but thankfully there's a nanny, whatever. So it's the demanding craving. It's the I want it now. Oh, it's going to taste so good. I have to have it. We're on vacation. That ice cream is right there. I've got to have it. I love that flavor. I need to have that right now, right? Then there's the rebelling craving. And this is one of my favorites because it's very sneaky and you think it's useful, but it's really not. It's the one that says, I don't care. I'm just going to do it. I know I made this food plan, but I don't want to be stuck to rules and rigid plans and things like this. I'm just going to do it anyways. Screw my diet. I'm done. Like, and then other cravings will come in like, I deserve this, right? I want it now kind of a thing. So you have these different types of cravings that come in, but the rebelling one is one I hear so much. I'm not gonna, I don't want to think. I just don't even want to have to do anything. Screw this. I don't want to follow a plan, right? So I want you guys to comment here in the chat section and let me know which type of craving do you have the most? Is it deserving? Is it whispering? Is it demanding? Or is it rebelling? What are the ones that you have the most? I mean, maybe one of them is more prevalent for you. I know that deserving was huge for me. I was always so mad that everyone else could eat what they wanted, which by the way, fallacy, that is not correct. But I had this thought in my head that everyone else could eat what they wanted, that they were just so happy and they can lose weight and whatever, which is not true. People cannot lose weight eating whatever they want. But I just felt that way, right? So Denise says she has the deserving type of craving for sure. That's one of my biggest ones. Let me know in the comments, you guys, which ones you have the most. So those are the types of cravings. Maybe you're familiar with some of those. Maybe you get all of them in combination, right? So those are the 4 types of cravings. So now we know what hunger is, we know what craving is, and we know what the 4 types of cravings are. So hopefully you can see a lot of your own patterns in there. Karen says it's the whispering type of craving that she has the most, for sure. I get that one a lot too. So now let's talk about the causes of cravings. Okay, we're going to talk about the causes, and then I'm going to tell you how to reverse those causes and get over the cravings. Okay, Susan has the rebelling one for sure. That one is so huge, especially when we do the 21-day challenges, which we're in the middle of one right now. People are doing the 21-day challenge. Doing that challenge and going like, oh, screw the plan. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to have to think about what I'm doing. You know, I want to be able to eat whatever I want, kind of thing. Okay, so we know the types of cravings. We know what they are. Now let's talk about what causes them. So we have 3 causes, and after I tell you the causes, I'm going to tell you how to get over those causes. And I think you've probably heard about the first 2. Maybe the third one you haven't really characterized it before, but here are the 3 causes of craving. So number 1 is just learned behavior. It's just a repeated pattern. So for example, like let's say you are in kindergarten and the kindergarten teacher always orders pizzas for everybody on Friday or something, right? Or the school lunch program just makes pizza on Friday and you always get the pizza or something, right? So you're starting to create a pattern there. You're just learning a pattern. Now the brain is like super, super smart. The brain can learn anything it wants. But the problem with that, like it's super, super good at learning, but the problem is that can learn good stuff, but it can also learn bad stuff, right? It can learn positive patterns and it can learn negative patterns too. But all they are is just patterns. And the good part about those patterns, whether they're positive or negative, is that they're all reversible too, right? So have you ever worked out a lot for a year or 2, done really well, and then you stopped working out and then that pattern was gone, right? So you can unlearn good stuff and you can also unlearn bad stuff, which is the good news, right? So, but cravings are just a pattern. They can be just a pattern that's sort of this learned, repeated behavior. So basically, no big deal. There's like no judgment there. It's just something that we've learned over time. So that's a cause of some cravings we have. Like, let's say you're at a stressful job. Every weekend you come home and you want to have a glass, you want to go drinking or kind of like let go of that stress, right? You are just teaching yourself to basically drink every time you come home from work. So let's say you even didn't have a bad day at work. Let's say it was a great day at work and you come home, you're still going to have the craving for that wine because you're used to that at this point. So that's a learned behavior, okay? Another cause of cravings is a chemical type of a cause. So it's because you've been eating too much processed food and not enough nutritarian, high nutrient type foods, right? So basically all that's happening there is your body is starved for nutrients. It just needs some more nutrients. So it starts to serve you cravings for things. But like if it's only used to eating pizza, it's going to continue to serve that craving to you to get you to eat more pizza, trying to get something out of pizza that it can't get. It's trying to get a dopamine hit, that sort of thing, because it thinks dopamine is important, but it's also trying to get nutrients out of that pizza. But if you're not used to having salads, it's not going to tell you to go eat a salad. It's going to tell you to have more pizza because this is all we know about. This is probably going to give us what we need. Let's just have more and more and more of it. And it tells you to keep eating more when it's never going to get what it needs out of that. Whereas if you were to eat nutritarian foods all the time, there's a point at which those cravings will be blunted. For some people, those cravings will go away completely just from eating nutritarian food. But for most of us, and for me for sure, it didn't go away completely because I was eating healthfully. I still needed to work on the mindset. So that's what I'm going to talk about next, which is the third cause of cravings, which is wanting to feel something other than your current feeling. Okay. So that we sort of touched on this in the example of, being stressed out at work. So you're stressed out and you want to feel comforted. You want to feel something else. So you use so your brain uses a food craving to get you to feel better or to distract you from that feeling you're having, right? Which is why I brought up feelings before. We'll talk more about this in a second about how to get rid of those cravings. And it has to do a lot with feelings. But that is one of the causes of cravings, which is wanting to feel something other than what you're currently feeling, okay? Let me see if my Nanny is doing okay down there. Okay. So wanting to feel something other than what you're feeling can be stress. It can be relationship drama. It could be, lots of work you have to do, or maybe you're doing a new exercise program or something. You just don't want to do those things. So it's a feeling you're trying to get out of by using some type of a food, some type of a distraction, right? So wanting to feel something other than your current feeling when we're lacking something, when we're lacking comfort or we're lacking a positive feeling or whatever. So let's just review a little bit here. We talked about what hunger is and what cravings are. We talked about the 4 types of cravings: deserving, whispering, demanding, and rebelling. And now we've talked about the 3 causes of cravings. So we've learned that one of the causes is learned behavior, repeated patterns. Another cause is just chemical, because our brain and bodies need more nutrients. And so they're starved for nutrients, basically. And the third reason is because we're wanting to feel something. It's emotional. We want to feel something other than what we're feeling, right? Okay. So those are the causes of cravings. I hope you're taking notes. This stuff is what we're going to be talking about in the Eat to Live family. And if you think this is a deep dive, wait till you get into the family. We're going to be doing way deeper dives in there, because we're going to actually be looking at your particular triggers, what triggers you in your own life. And we're going to be overcoming those things together, all together in a group. Okay. I think I'm getting notifications on Slack, which is not text messages. Okay, sorry, I keep getting distracted because I keep worrying it's my nanny, and then it's not. It's just the Slack messages. So we're going to be talking all about this stuff in the family, and I'm going to actually be coaching you personally, one-on-one, me and you on camera, hot seat style, and everyone else can watch too. And then you in turn can watch other people get coached as well and see their struggles. Great for 2 things. First of all, knowing that you're not alone, knowing that your issues everyone else has too, and great also because you're going to personally get coached on your stuff, right? So this is going to be a monthly coaching membership, super affordable. I've never offered this before. It's the first time I'm opening it. Eat to Live Academy. We're going to have live coaching calls. This is the part I'm the most excited about, is this membership community. So I'm calling it the Eat to Live family because I want us to finally be together, all of us at one time, talking about our issues, working on our issues, sticking together. I want to get you to the place where I am, which is, 9 pounds down in a few weeks. No more drama about food, like not worried about it. I know I'll get to my weight loss goals, just a matter of time at this point. I'm perfectly happy to have, the foods that I'm eating every day, the smoothies, the salads, whatever. I don't crave anything anymore. It's all good. No drama. And if any drama comes up, like let's say another global pandemic, right? Or something happens to one of my family members, knock on wood, or any of these other things, I know I'll be able to handle that, right? Like any of the things that come up, I know I can handle it. That's what I'm teaching in the Eat to Live family. It's like, no matter what comes up to you, you'll be able to handle it, and you're not going to fall off your plan. You're just going to keep doing what you're doing. You're going to lose the weight. You're going to stay there forever. It's not going to be a drama about food anymore. And then you get to become who you've always wanted to become. You're going to be able to have more time and more space in your brain to be able to just do the things you want to do. That's what I'm bringing you in the Eat to Live family. And I just want to talk about the community for a second, because we're not going to be on Facebook. What? We're not going to be on Facebook. I am creating a totally brand new community for you. It's going to be just us in this community. It's kind of like Facebook, where we can still talk to each other, private message, do all these things, learn about each other, make relationships. We're going to go on these live calls together. I'm going to have a whole accountability program. So everyday check-ins, you're going to be able to help each other out and answer each other's questions and everything. And that's why I'm calling it the family, because it's going to be like the family you never had at home, right? Like your families don't do it at home. We're going to be there for you all the time. People all over the world. I'm like, guys, I'm putting all my eggs in this basket. I want everyone in here. And yes, you are the eggs in that example. I'm putting all of you guys into one place because I want us to work together to knock this out for good, to just be done with the whole weight loss thing, right? Like I just want us to be done with it so we can move on and do the things we're meant to do. So that's really exciting. Accountability program, a full accountability program. And this is the founding members launch. So when I open it up, you are going to be able to tell me exactly what you want in this and what you think works best for you. And I'm going to make it exactly how you guys want it, with your feedback. The founding members are going to get the best price ever. And this is like locked in pricing. So every month you're going to be the same exact, your price will never go up as long as you stay in the family. It never goes up. It's just for the next people who come in at the next launch, the next opening, they're going to have to pay more by at least like $10 every time I launch. So make sure you get in now to be one of those founding members. It's going to be incredible. There's a link at the top of this. I think I pinned it. Yeah, there's a link at the top of this chat, and there's a link in the description for you to sign up for the waitlist. info.thewateringmouth.com/family waitlist. Okay, just sign up. We open it up on Monday. Okay, back to our lesson. So here is the final lesson here, and this is why I really want you to take notes, because this is the how. This is how you end this struggle. Okay, so I told you that the causes of cravings were learned behavior, lack of nutrients, and emotional, wanting to feel something other than your current feeling. So here's how we interrupt that pattern. Here's how we stop that. Okay, so basically what I was telling you was our feelings or emotions are created by our thoughts. Remember when I said that earlier? So our thoughts create our feelings, but then our feelings are what create our actions. And then our actions end up creating our overall results, right? So basically, and you'll learn this in the family as well, but in order to change any of your results, like let's say you weigh a weight that you don't want to weigh, in order to have a different result, you have to go back to this part, is the thoughts, right? But let me show you what traditional diet advice does nowadays, okay? Traditional diet advice works on this section of everything, right? This is habits. This is like all of the habits we have in our life. And everyone always tells you, like, all you have to do is just do this thing for 21 days and then you'll get better, right? You'll get rid of cravings. You can eat whatever you want. You'll be home free if you can just do this thing for 21 days, right? Everyone is always telling you it lies in the actions. You just have to create better habits, right? But how do you create better habits? Like, how do you stick to habits? That's the whole problem, right? Cool. Yeah, I know I need to like prep food and I know I need to like eat the food, but like, how do I get myself to do that when I just don't want to? That's the whole point here. So let me tell you how. Because your cravings come in, you don't want to do it, and then you just fall off, okay? So traditional diet advice tells you to change this part. My advice, which is what I know works because it works for a former binge eater like me, my advice tells you to work at this on this part here. Because the natural progression of things is if you get your thoughts in line, then your feelings will be in line, and then your actions will be in line. So I'll give you an example. If your thoughts are, now we'll go back to the causes of cravings. Remember when we said the types of cravings, when I said, for instance, we'll take the deserving one where we said, I deserve chocolate cake because I had a hard week at work, right? That's your thought. So we say, can't really see my pen there, but so that's your thought. We say, my thought was, I deserve chocolate cake because I had a hard day at work. So there's your thought. Your feeling that comes from that thought. Remember, I told you that feelings come from thoughts, not the other way around. Your feelings come from thinking you deserve it. So the feeling is desire, right? Urge, craving. So craving comes right out of that thought. I deserve it. So you have a feeling of urge, and then your action is to go get some chocolate cake and eat the cake, right? And then your result is crap. Like I'm off my plan, I'm gaining weight again, whatever it is, or I'm maintaining or whatever. So in order for us to change that, we have to change the thought. But how do we actually do that? So the actual thing that we do, let me get rid of this stuff over here. The actual thing that we do, well, here, let me give you a couple other things we can do too, because I'm going to answer all three of those things. So the causes of cravings are that we learned the behavior by patterns, or we're low on nutrients, or we want to feel something other than our current feelings. So the way to get out of those things, first of all, we can eat healthier food, right? If we eat nutritarian food, we're going to get more nutrients. We're going to feel better physically. Our body's going to start to detox. We're going to get closer and closer and closer to that true hunger type of a thing. But the problem is always, how do we do that regular nutritarian activity, right? How do we eat that food on a regular basis? And most of us can't get past a week or so. And some of us can't even get past a meal or a day, right? How do we physically get that much food in our bodies so that it can start to repair itself, well, that's where the thought work comes in, okay? So number one way we can do it is by eating the healthy food. So if I locked you in a room and fed you nutritarian food, eventually you'd get over your cravings in a pretty big way. Maybe not all the way, but you're processed better and everything. But we don't have that luxury of being locked in a room, right? So we have to work on the mindset. So the other thing that we can do is so we work to increase the nutrition at all costs, but then in order to reverse those patterns, as I said, we have to change our thoughts. We don't actually just do a new pattern and suddenly we're a nutritarian. We don't just like, oh, I'm just going to make a salad every day and now I'm a nutritarian. Like, what do you do when you don't want to make a salad, right? That's where we use the mindset. And I'll show you how that works in just a second. And then the other thing we can do is, remember when I was saying we want to feel something other than our current feeling? We feel like we're lacking something, like we feel sad or whatever, so we want cake to make us feel better. Well, then we can start to look at our emotional triggers in that way. So remember how I told you, well, look at your emotional triggers, right? Like Vanessa, sweets in the afternoon. Jano says a snack before bed, or Teresa says a snack when she gets home. Susan's chocolate anytime, right? She's good for chocolate anytime. We start to learn about those triggers that we have. Maybe for Susan, if chocolate is a trigger all the time, maybe you can look at specifically, when do you start to crave chocolate? Is it after meals? Is it when you see chocolate because you always go to the mall? Or, when do you see that chocolate? Do you have chocolate front and center at your house? So you keep reminding yourself that you eat it and you have a very strong pattern of doing that, right? Like, it's just starting to look at your triggers and seeing, like, what is the most triggering time of day for you and what is that triggering food? Just that awareness of those triggers is what really starts to change things for us over time. It starts to just give us the ability to see what's happening. And then I'll give you the steps for after that in just a second. Okay. So those are some ways we get over that stuff. Now, the last thing that we do is we figure out how to interrupt that pattern. So let me give you this pattern again. It goes, our thoughts create our feelings create our actions create our results. So what we do, instead of working on the action line and just changing our habits, what we do instead is we interrupt our pattern right here, right after the feeling comes up, right after the urge comes up, the craving, right? The craving hits, and then we interrupt this pattern because we don't want to actually eat the chocolate. We want to not eat the chocolate, and we want to retrain our brain, and we want to eat high nutrient food, right? So how do we do this? How do we interrupt it when that urge comes? Here's how we do it. Number one, I already told you, you anticipate, and I'll write this down, guys, because this is the step-by-step process you're going to keep taking, okay? So number one, I got a crying daughter here. Hold on a sec, guys. I'll be right back. Oh, honey, come here. No.
I was standing like this for 5 minutes.
Oh, no. Okay. Let me finish Can I finish? Don't touch that. Sorry, guys. Can I finish really quick? Can you go close the door and come back? No, come here. Just close the door and come back, okay?
No.
Go close the door. Oh, I'll do it. Be right back, guys. Sorry.
No, she opened it.
Okay, we'll fix it later. I have to finish this call, okay? Sorry, guys. Okay, you sit on my lap while I finish this call really quick and then I'll be done, okay? So sorry, guys. Okay, you look at me. You just look at me, okay? Hang out here. And I'm going to just finish what I'm saying, okay?
I want to turn it on so I can see a computer.
No, but I don't want you to be on camera. So I want you to just look at me and hang out, okay? And then I'll turn it off, okay? Sorry, guys. This was unexpected. Okay, so real quick. And then I'm going to have to clearly get off the camera, okay? So how do we interrupt this pattern? How do we interrupt after the feeling? So here's a 3-step process that you're going to follow. Now take notes on this. This is what we're going to be talking about in the academy, okay? Number one, as I said before, we anticipate.
My boogies are falling out.
Your boogies are falling out? Okay, can you go get a tissue and I'll help you with your nose? Come right back. Okay, so number one, we anticipate what's going to happen. I already told you that that's a thing that you can do, is start to see what your pattern is. Good job, come here. You start to see what your pattern is. You start to see when you have those cravings, when you're feeling, when you feel cravey, and you anticipate when that's going to happen to you. So like even in the I'm taking your boogies out, huh? Even in the morning, you can say, okay, I know I'm going to be craving around 3 p.m. I'm going to crave a cookie. And that's going to happen for me. That's going to come up. No. Don't look at the camera, please. You just stay here, okay? Nancy's here. She's our coach, our wonderful coach. So,
Moo Kitty.
Yeah, Moo Kitty. Guys, this is very unplanned. Okay. So we anticipate that craving. We anticipate it's going to happen even before bed, when we wake up in the morning, we go, oh, this is going to happen to me. I know when I'm done with lunch, I'm going to want that cookie again, right? Anticipating is the first step. Second step is noticing when it does happen. So anything happens before, noticing happens at the time of the craving. So we notice when that craving happens and we go, okay, this is a craving. I'm having a craving. It's totally okay. I am going to be fine and I can deal with it. And the third step, so anticipate, notice, and then allow, is allow it to happen. Okay. We're going to allow that craving. No, just look at me. Okay. We're going to, I know, but I'm almost done. Okay. We're going to allow that craving to happen. Sorry, guys. It's just that I'm sort of public here and I don't love to have her on camera, but clearly this is a time where I can't really help it. But okay, yes, dear.
Can you open it up so Moo can go out?
Yeah, Moo will go out in just a second, okay? Okay, so to wrap up, the last thing that we do is we allow the craving to happen to us. Now, allowing a craving is something that you're probably not familiar with.
Mommy!
Yeah, the FedEx truck. Wow. Allowing the craving to happen is something that you're probably not familiar with. And this is a whole process that we teach in the Eat to Live family. We teach it in the Eat to Live Academy with all my private clients, Karen's private clients, Nancy's private clients. We teach this technique called allowing. We use little implements that help us to learn this technique so we can retrain our brains. We have a bunch of different tools we use to learn this process of allowing cravings. And this is what we're going to be doing a deep dive on in the Eat to Live family, teaching you how to allow cravings, teaching you how to finally rewire that brain so that you're no longer having those super overpowering cravings that keep you away from your goals, your weight goals, but your health goals, right? Because why are we doing this? It's not for our health too. So I want you to learn how to allow cravings, and I want to teach this to you. We're going to be learning this stuff immediately, right? When we come into the family.
What are you doing, Mommy?
I'm doing a call and you can't see them, but there's a lot of people watching Mama right now. I don't think you know that, but I'm on a call with, don't touch that part because that makes it really loud for them. Okay. There's a lot of people behind me and you are behind you and you can't see them, but they're watching the call with us. Okay. So I'm almost done and let me just finish real quick. Okay.
What's this?
That's my microphone. Yeah, that's my microphone.
That's your microphone.
That's my microphone. Yeah. Okay.
But
So,
Mommy.
Yeah.
The other one is a black microphone.
Yes, I have a black one too. Okay, I'm gonna finish this up. Okay.
Okay.
Let me say one more thing, and then I'll be done. Okay. So that is how we interrupt that pattern, right? When we get to where did that go? When we get to the place where that line is, when we're having that feeling, we anticipate what's happening beforehand, so we know it's going to happen. We notice it's happening. We say it to ourselves, oh, this is what's happening. And then we learn how to allow it. And at this point, this is where we use the allowing process. And that's what I'm going to teach you in the Eat to Live family. Okay. So the allowing process makes it okay to have cravings, but it makes it so that we can get through them without an issue. And the more we try this, the more we learn it, the easier and easier it gets to the point where our brain no longer serves us cravings, if you can believe it. And I promise this happens from the perspective of a binge eater, from the perspective of someone who's never been able to get those under control. There is a place where the brain stops serving cravings, and I'll explain why. Because the body wants to conserve energy, and it takes calories to create a thought. It takes calories to think, and that's why, like, when you're done doing some studying for a while, you feel really tired because it took a lot of energy, a lot of calories for your brain to be thinking. So why would your brain be serving cravings to you if you're not going to act on them? Why would it be serving all of these thoughts if you don't need them anymore? After a while, see, the brain learns you're not going to listen to it to answer the cravings either. So this is another way that the brain can very usefully learn something more positive for you.
Yes. Have the feeling in the tummy, we go poopy in the potty.
Yes, when we have a feeling in our tummy, we go poopy in the potty. That's right. You're so smart. We've been working on potty training. If you can't notice, I'm sure I've got some moms on this call that can relate to what's happening to me right now. This is so fun because I've never had her on the calls before, but I do that on purpose. But
Mommy,
yes,
Mommy,
dear.
I want that truck.
You want that truck? Okay, go get it. Go play over there, and I'm going to finish right now, okay?
No.
Okay, you stay here. then stay here. Okay, I got to wrap this up because clearly it's nap time and all that. So,
Mommy. Is it the afternoon?
it's the afternoon. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this real quick. As I do my little wrap up here, tell me in the comment section, did you get something out of this? Is this useful to you? Are you interested to hear more? Let me know in the chat section what you're thinking about this call. I'm not talking about the interruption. I'm talking about the lessons that I've been giving you. Just to kind of recap here, we went through what is hunger and what is craving. We went through the 4 types of cravings, being deserving, whispering, demanding, rebelling. We went through the causes of cravings, the learned behavior, the lack of nutrients, and to feel something other than what we feel. And then we also learned how to actually change these patterns over time. And we know that allowing cravings, that is allowing that emotion to be in our body and being okay with it, is actually what makes it go away. Acutely and chronically, it makes it go away. Okay. And I want to teach you that process of actually how to allow and to use those tools. Vanessa says, yes, identifying cravings was great. I'm going to stop and think before I eat to make sure it's a craving and then I'm not really hungry, for sure. Such a good one. And then also learning that process of allowing. I can't wait to teach it to you. I've already taught it to all my students in the Eat to Live Academy. And by the way, the Eat to Live Academy is included in the Eat to Live family. So the minute you sign up, you get access to the Eat to Live Academy.
Mommy, I got to go open the door for Moo.
Okay, you go open it for Moo, okay?
And I'll come back.
Okay. So when I open up the Eat to Live family, you're going to get access. Everything's going to start on February 1st. So you'll get access to my weight loss vlog that's explaining all of what I'm doing in order to lose weight. Okay, great. I'm going to open up the Eat to Live Academy to you as well. So you have that. You're going to have access to the whole community that we're going to be all together doing the accountability program and everything. No, don't do that. We're on camera right now. People can see your underwear. You gotta be careful, okay? And you're also going to be getting those live coaching calls where I'm doing hot seats with you, and you can learn all about exactly what you need to do in order to reverse these patterns for yourself, okay? So I'm so glad that you guys were here. This was so funny. I can't believe that this happened, but it was really sweet. I thank you for being here. I hope you join. As I said, it opens on Monday. Registration is only going to be open for a few days, so you have to get in on it while you can. Susan says, loved this, loved her, love motherhood. Me too. This is really heartwarming. I just got to say, like, and I'm glad it happened while I was on YouTube because I kind of despise Facebook. Not the people on Facebook. I just don't like Facebook itself because it's so like, that's another thing I want to say about the community aspect of the family that I'm opening is that like Facebook is so, there's ads everywhere, there's groups everywhere, everything is vying for your attention. And in the family, because we're going to have our own community, we're going to have like a safe haven. That's how I like to describe it, is like, this is a place for us to go and just finally work on this issue for good. Finally going to knock this out, figure this out together. And I'm going to lead you there to exactly where I am, to this place of peace, empowerment, understanding what to eat and how to eat it, and just putting down this weight loss and healthy eating thing for good. So you just like eat healthy and that's it. Yes, dear.
Mommy, that's on the bed.
Oh, Vincent's here. That's so funny. Yeah, the orange cat, Vincent. We call her Da as well. So having this place where we can come together as a community off of Facebook so that we can just focus, right? We need a place to be able to just focus on this. Make this our priority, and we're all going to be together. That's why I'm calling it the Eat to Live family, because we'll all be together. We don't have, our whole families aren't doing this. Our kids don't do this. Maybe our relatives don't do this. And we need a place to kind of come together and be able to really figure this thing out together. So
Mommy,
yes.
I do one more thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I keep saying just one more thing, but I'm really going to do one more thing now. Okay, so I got to go. I hope you sign up. I want you guys to go to info.thewateringmouth.com/family waitlist. Just sign up for the waitlist. Monday is when it opens up. We have what we're calling a soft opening. It's the founding members launch. You're going to be able to contribute ideas and helpful things, and we're going to make this exactly what you need it to be, okay?
Hey, Mommy,
so sign up. We'll email you.
Mommy.
Mommy. What?
I like your sweater.
You like my sweater? Oh, good. That was important information. Thank you.
Mommy.
What?
This?
That's a zipper.
It's Not a zipper.
Yeah, it's a zipper. Okay, for real. I gotta go. Sign up for the wait list. I hope to see you guys in the family. I mean, I really hope to see you in there. Don't miss out. Price is going up next time. Only going to be open for a few days. See you in the family. We gotta go. I'm so glad you learned a lot, Karen. Thanks for letting me know. I love you guys. Thanks for spending time with me. I'll see you next week. I'm going to do another live video next week, okay? Sign up at the link. Join the family. Love you. Bye, guys.